9,580 pounds. This is a Sprinter Copper Canyon, smallish front living here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Exceptionally well kept. The folks only used it a few times, bought it pre-owned, basically used this fifth wheel to find out what they like, what they dislike, and they discovered they needed more sleeping space, and they swapped it out for a big Eagle bunkhouse fifth wheel here at Haylett RV. Now I use the phrase small-ish because fifth wheels in general, and specifically front living rooms, if there's one thing they are not, it is tiny. That being said, when front living rooms really kind of resurged and made their presence known in the industry roughly 4 or 5 years ago, whatever it was, the first year they were all monstrously large. And there was a brief outcry from consumers saying, I like a front living room, but I want something smaller. Well, a lot of manufacturers tried, and I feel like this is the most effective attempt at making a smaller front living room. But in the grand scheme of things, what finally got proven is that to make a front living room any smaller than those giant behemoths, you have to make some pretty hard accommodations. But like I said, that being said, this one does pretty well. This one has all the base concepts in good place. Like, you've got this single recliner here. It's totally free-floating, facing directly toward your TV entertainment station. You do have dual opposing hide-a-beds, so those are not just like bench seats. You can flip those open to get some extra sleeping in there, which is, always a preferable thing. I also like the little appointments here, little touches like this wrought iron sort of wraparound rail that we have right there. It's just a neat little thing, and that extra little storage right here next to, I guess you call it the master theater chair, gets the job done. Now, I am 6'3". When I get up to about here, my head starts to graze the ceiling. So just kind of keep that in mind. But that being said, if you're all the way up here, it's because you're, I don't know, popping a new DVD in the entertainment system or messing with the fireplace, which is remote controlled anyway. There's very little reason for you to need to walk this far up into the front area. Just once again about here to give you that reference point. So about to the armrest of that sofa. So generally speaking, this is a fully walkable front living room. But hey, I always shoot people straight and I don't try to church things up and tell you what they are and what they're not. I do also love the myriad of door side windows on here. All of these windows are going to open. All of the windows give you airflow. They give you excellent visibility of your campsite instead of only the neighbors. And they keep this thing feeling nice, light, and bright. The little dining nook over here is just, it's cute as a prom date, and it's just, you got that big, window overlooking the table here. There is extension leaf for that table, so you can pull that out for some evening guests. There's also some neat little night lighting, that black thing on the wall below the thermostat, right about in the center of the screen right now. That is a little downward facing LED light. You'll find another one of those up here. So let's say you do have some one person or a couple people or whatever sleeping on the hide-a-beds up front here. There's enough light cast indirectly through the RV that they will be able to see enough to get to the bathroom and back to bed at night without disturbing anyone. Now this is where it starts to get a little wacky, so hang with me here. Because there's no slides in the bedroom, which usually means no storage. They just kind of moved it here. It's a little different. And I think it works as a couples camper first, and for the previous owners who were using this as an alternative bunkhouse with those hide-a-beds, I think maybe it's why it didn't work out for them. But starting at the kitchen, let me wrap back around here. It seems disjointed, but when you're walking through it, it actually makes a lot of sense. You've got good counter space, good prep space, and I like the fact that if you are at the sink, frankly, guys, you can still kind of just look up and see what's going on. There's definition here. There's a dedicated living room, a dedicated kitchen. But no one really feels like they're left out of anything. I also don't notice big scabs and scars on the cabinetry or anything like that. Good drawer space. Next to that 8 cubic foot refrigerator freezer, we do have a nice pantry area. But here's your bedroom wardrobe. It's actually in the hallway. Because if you notice, the slide out continues here in the hallway area with frankly a pretty impressive amount of dresser storage here. This is a weird design, but what it actually created was more dry storage space than a closet slide would ever allow for. Now back here in the bedroom, this is where they focus the build of this RV on the living room. They really robbed from Peter to pay Paul in the bedroom area. Now that being said, because it's a fifth wheel, not a trailer, the ceilings are still very, very tall. So that overhead cabinet's not going to run you any risk of smacking you on the head or anything. And you can see how you have those really tall hanging wardrobe closets. Your open pocket side stands, if you look back in here, you will find household outlets. So if you do need to run some devices at night, you can. And if my eyes don't deceive me, I just keyed into the fact that this is a Camp King. What that means is it's about 70 inches wide, 74 inches long. It's almost square in size. And that is something that Cougar RVs were using in their travel trailers for a while. Now, you might notice that there's windows on 3 sides of this bedroom, so you get great visibility, great airflow. And previous owners were kind enough, they had installed a TV into this, and you can see right where they did it. So if you choose to do it, you can see right where to do it yourself. Additionally, this junction box up here, that power box, this is a 50 amp service RV. If you wanted to upgrade from a single air conditioner to a dual, it is equipped and ready to do so. Now, one of the things that taller folks like me struggle with is headroom in the shower of a fifth wheel. Because usually the bathroom's in the upper deck. Well, this one having a lower deck bathroom means that you have no shortage of headroom in here. We've had at least 2 previous owners, and I will give them both all the credit in the world for doing an excellent job each of maintaining this RV. I do not see signs of peeling, fading decals. There's no weather checking on seals or anything like that. This has been clean, conditioned, maintained to a very high degree, which is exactly what you want. Now, this does have a enclosed heated belly. I was not a Sprinter dealer at the time this was built. And at the time this was built, usually fifth wheels in this size, class, and category rarely underwent 0-degree testing. I don't believe this is going to qualify for 0-degree testing. I believe this is what would be called an extended season RV, where if it dips below freezing overnight and then comes back up tomorrow, you're going to be fine. But if it's going to stay hard frozen, you probably want to get this one winterized. Now, one of the hiccups with most front living rooms is they have just terrible outside storage. But because this has a north-south bed, that opened up the opportunity to have this huge rear compartment, very similar to the front pass-through compartment of a lot of travel trailers. So that is actually one of those neat little things that they were able to accomplish in a smaller attempt on a front living room. Really not sacrificing outside storage, just moving it to 2 different locations. Another thing I like here is look at our patio space, guys. There are no slides under that awning eating up our patio space. So this one, you got all the room in the world for your picnic table or chairs or whatever, and you're not trying to fight a slide out for awning room. That's a smart piece of execution. Now that TV inside can dismount. It can actually mount out here under that awning. So if you are looking for a great outdoor entertainment setup, you got it right here. And as long as we were talking about outside storage, here is what you have up front. So really, you've got 2 very similarly sized compartments, and if you notice up top, there is a 2-foot roughly by 4-foot outdoor picnic table included with this RV. But I like how it stores at the top of that storage compartment, so it's not eating up your cold storage potential, or pardon me, dry storage potential. It's cold outside. I got the word cold on the mind. So overall, guys, I mean, I don't see anything that gives me any level of concern. I haven't found leaks. I haven't found damage. They just needed a bunkhouse. The floor plan just didn't work out for them. It's not that they didn't like RVing. It's just that this specific RV wasn't the best fit for their wants and needs. Might work out for you, though. So give us a call. We do hitching, pieces, parts, trades, finance, truck and trailer package deals, RV delivery, and everything between. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.